Aisha Ibrahim is back with Joy News Interactive.
And that means it's a time to get interactive, and you know how to join the conversation. Join us via Facebook and other social media platforms. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/joynewsontv. On Twitter, it's at joynewsontv. And on WhatsApp, the number to call is 0560-800,000. Please send your name and location while sending the message, and please don't call. So, Speaker of Parliament Ebredo Ajawo represented the President at the 2016 Asogli Yam Festival celebration in Ho. Now, pointing at the developmental projects rolled out in the region during the NDC administration, President Mahama, through the Speaker, told indigents they will benefit from more accelerated development should his mandate be renewed in the December polls. Question: do you think it was appropriate for a Speaker of Parliament to deliver a political speech on behalf of the President, considering he's supposed to be neutral?
Regardless of the political party you belong to, I think every region is entitled to development irrespective of the political party they belong to. So if the President is saying unless we vote for him before he does his project, what if we don't? Does that mean the voter region is just going to remain the way it is? Because the NPP, for instance, their stronghold is the Ashanti region. So if they vote for him and he comes to power, does that mean the voter region is just going to be left and nothing will be done about it?
It's not a good idea, because as the President, you're supposed to do developmental projects for the citizens. It's not something that you're supposed to be given mandate before you do it. It's a constitutional right. So you don't say that you give me mandate before I do something for you. You have to do it. So even when you're not even giving the mandate, you have to help even the sitting president to be able to achieve those things. So I think that statement was not good.
You see, when it comes to politics in that sense, I think it's leading to tribalism. Because if you talk about you developing more infrastructures in your stronghold, and are saying we should build, or if you put me in power, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'll say you are encouraging tribalism between the Ashantis and the Voltarians. Because if you are doing this and you are not doing some on the other parts of the or on the other region, we will say it's tribalism, and it's not good at all.
And those were some messages coming from the streets of Accra. Very soon we'll get some messages on Facebook, but let me check the messages here. You didn't add your name. It says the Speaker is part of the ruling government and the third in command, therefore he can make promises on behalf of the President. This one says the Speaker is from a political party. Parliament itself is a rubber stamp. It's a rubber stamp something. But voter region have seen this incompetent economy. So Aisha, I was surprised he said that. That's from Japheth from Nsanam. Mohammed from Tamale says the Speaker of Parliament should be advised accordingly. And Aliu from Busa says, I don't see anything wrong with the Speaker representing the President. After all, he appointed him and he has been acting politically to favor his party. This one, okay, Bambakia Samed from Fumbisi, he says, I think the Speaker Ed, he's supposed to hide partisan feelings and be the father of the house. And though Ajao has always shown he's a die in the Wu NDC, and this coming from Sukai from Wa. Those are some of the messages. This one is talking about the manifestos. You didn't add your name. Okay, Asana. He says their manifesto will not help them because they have failed workers in general, especially our teachers. And Patrick from Gas South, he says once he's been to Parliament House in the name of the political party, he has every right to do so. And Cranting from Maxim says that was a political talk. Okay, those are some of the messages. And Jakbata from US says the name of the book is Ashai and Israel written. Well, what does he want? I'm sure he wants to say the name of the book is Aisha in Israel, written by Joy News. I don't know which book he's talking about. And Sally Fusaka Muhammadu from Tamale says, so anything about the president is politics. Of course, he's a political leader. He's not a ceremonial leader. And then he says, we still vote for NDC. We will still vote for NDC. It's coming from you from Bog. I didn't add your name. Those are some of the messages coming on WhatsApp. Let's move on. We'll get you the messages on Facebook. An 80-year-old daughter is suing her parents for posting what she describes as embarrassing photographs of her as a child on Facebook. Now, the teenager claims the intimate pictures have made her life a misery. So what do you think? Is this teenager going extreme or not? And would you upload pictures of your child on Facebook or other social media platforms?
I think, okay, me personally, she was just 9 years old, and I don't really see it as anything. But if right now she's old and she thinks it's disgraceful, I think it's a big deal. But I don't think she should go all the way to see her parents.
Well, I won't post nude pictures of my kid on social media because she has a right to privacy, or she has a right to privacy, and I won't do that. It's just not right. Even the moral aspect, you just can't. As a parent, you are supposed to be in the ancient times, and if you you've been taught that those things are just not right, so you just can't do it. It's not right.
What do you say?
Okay, maybe the parent will have the reason for posting that, maybe to recall some memory of her childhood experience. So she may be right and she may be wrong too in some way. She's gone the extreme. That issue can be settled at home. She have to confront the parent to tell them she didn't like this kind of idea, so something like that.
Because it isn't a right decision to take. Moreover, the person is my child, and such things are to be private, not public.
Okay, so the NPP today responded to the NDC's manifesto launch issues, but we're asking if the NPP has the moral right to criticize the NDC when they have not launched their documents. Let's see some of the messages coming on Facebook, Israel.
Right, so Shifman says it's a big yes. The NDC are frustrated and have nothing new in their so-called deceitful manifesto, so the NPP can scrutinize it to the fullest. Django says, of course they do, unless there is a law in this country that says otherwise. Besides, this is a political party who wants to wrestle power from the ruling government by all means. So punching holes in whatever the opponent will put out there is their sole responsibility, and the NDC can also do the same if they wish. Michael says, be there and be doing press conference and say what you don't know. Game will win you and your party one touch, and you go back to court again. He says, what moral right does the Munti trio have when they threaten to kill the judges? I don't see how this is related. And then he comes and says, in fact, they have the moral right to criticize the NDC. The NDC should stop throwing dust in the eyes of Ghanaians. Papa says, Joy News, more magic, because that's the exact question I asked myself. Maybe you were able to fulfill theirs 100% from 2000 to 2008. That's why they think they have the moral right to criticize the NDC. As for me, I don't want to remind them all before they tag me NDC. Check yourself. Yao says, even though the NPP has yet to launch their manifesto, the highlights has been given by their flag bearer, Nana Ekufuado, at various forums of this nationwide tour. We can testify to the one district, one factory policy, the one village, one dam policy for the northern regions, the $1 million per year unrestricted grant for each constituency, and many more. So here, it takes only an adamant person to argue that the NPP has not launched their manifesto, yet therefore they have no moral right to cry foul of plagiarism.
Okay, I'm going to take the two issues together, and this one is coming from Edubias. He says the parents have erred and have to apologize. Jivadi from Accra News, and he says she should take a child's pill. Yeah, sewing is on the high side. Yeah, she can settle with her parents. It's only for fun. Shouts.
I'm sure the person meant chill pill.
Okay.
Take a chill pill. Yeah.
Chill pill. Okay, yes, I think that's what he's trying to say. And Albert Adamu from Garo says, I don't expose my children, but I keep her pictures. Granting and Axim says, yes, why not? They have all the right to criticize them. And he's talking about MPP's accusations of the NDC. Said Jaffet says, yes, he has the moral right to do that since they are aiming at the betterment of Ghana, but NDC has nothing to offer Ghanaians. Change is coming and change is here. Nana all the way. This one says, what a Nanado type teenager, suing his parent for posting his picture on social media. Intolerance. And this comes from Bambakia Summit. So what has this got to do with Nana Bambakia Summit? And this one says, Aisha, please, what is my crime? My messages are not read for some time, please. I haven't seen any message, so please send it and I'll read it. Ali Mahama from Busa says the parents should try and seek for forgiveness from the child and settle the matter. Rafik from Wa says MPP are just nothing but toothless dogs barking anyhow. One earth, one man. JM Twaso. And those are some of the comments on our WhatsApp platform. Michael Acel from Kumasi. Okay, I think it's Michelle. Says she's not serious. She should come to Ghana and see whereby our parent has a final say in the family and when it comes to family issues. Okay, so those are some of the messages. Now, a new research conducted by UK Biobank has strongly linked higher intelligence to large head circumference and brain volume. Now, the research suggests that the size of a baby's head at birth is strongly linked to their intelligence and success in future. Wow, so this gives an indication that big-headed people are likely to be more intelligent and successful in future than small-headed persons, right? Well, question, do you believe big-headed people are more intelligent?
I don't think those with the big head will succeed in life, because maybe someone will be having a big head, but that doesn't mean he's having a sense, or maybe knowledge than someone who's having maybe a small head. So I think the way they think in their mind, that will determine how they will be successful in life.
It's not true. Okay, from my perspective, it's not true. Actually, so way back in primary school, I had a friend actually who had that kind of size of head, but yeah, he was quite good, but not to that extreme.
Okay, so a lot of messages are coming on this, but let me see. All right, so I'll start with okay, someone is calling my line. Let me cut the line. This one is from Vikandi from Boga. Okay, he's still talking about the president and the vice who are not there. I don't quite get your message. Please send it again. And this one says, I don't think so. It's actually about genetics. But Israel, before I go on to the messages, what do you think about this research?
Well, I'm not too sure about the research, especially when they try to link the size of the head to success. But if you say the size of the head has something to do with the person's intelligence, I tend to agree, because I've seen quite a bit of that, in school growing up. But intelligent people do not necessarily end up being successful.
That's it. So there's no link there. The link is for you. But
I don't think there's any link.
All the tikilinkilis in your school, were they all intelligent? Israel?
Not all of them were intelligent.
Who is?
Not all the people are smart in school anyway.
Okay, so this one says, hi Aisha, it's not the matter of big head but what it contains, and it's from Basit from Tamale. Albert Adamu says, my classmate is a professor, his head is like a pot. Okay, And he says, Madam, it's not true. I wish you see my head and see my performance. Okay, I want to know, is your head big or small? Rafiq, okay, this one is coming from Junior from Tamale. He says, what? They should come and access Bismarck's head and reconsider their stance. Who is Bismarck? Please tell us. We want to know. And this is coming from Yusuf Shaibu. He says, watching you live from Guinea, Equatorial Guinea. Speaker has right to campaign for JM because MPP is only cheating on Ghanaians. Okay. And Eric from Ho says the MPP should give us a break. What have they done? They have done nothing so far. So they've got nothing to offer Ghanaians. And this one says, Tria, I know a guy with the big head. He doesn't know Pan. And it's coming from Prophet Akati. Okay. And it's time to take our trending video. Let's check it out.
Oh, yeah, chop this love, baby. Baby, baby. Oh, yeah, chop this love, girl. I know you love me. I know you love me. So hold me. Don't make me go, baby. Only me not fear me. In company, you tell me. They grab me. Girl, you are super duper. Your love is super. Your love is super. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah,
Is it?
Okay, how do you compare?
No comparison.
Okay, good. It's good. Is it good? You're saying no comparison.
Hey, so was Professor Mahama actually going down?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He was trying to match, but I think Lodina was the best dancer.
Well, naturally. Naturally.
Well, the person didn't do bad at all. Maybe you should consider him the next national dance champion. Maybe.
Oh no. Not that one.
And on that note, that's where we enjoy this interacting this evening. My name is Aisha Brian. Same time tomorrow, we'll be here to do it all over again.